Oh yeah, on the subject of games.
This is the #1 video game podcast.
This is the #1.
Shouts out.
Thank you for joining us.
A lot of video game stuff happened over this weekend. The Game Awards were on Friday.
Ooh.
Game Awards were on Friday. The next day, Saturday and Sunday, was the PlayStation Experience, which was
Kind of like the Jimi Hendrix experience.
Yeah,
but cooler.
Sony put on their own convention for PlayStation, which a lot of people didn't know about. I remember I brought it up to you. You didn't know about it.
No.
If you didn't know, that's a big...
It's like advertised all over PSN, though.
Yeah,
it is on PSN.
I haven't been playing any video. Me and Sean have been shipping out merch for
turned
a week
snowy
straight.
on.
But they did kind of promote it late. Like, they let people know, like... I mean, they started promoting it like a month ago.
Yeah.
Most conventions, I mean, a year and a half ahead that it's going on. But they announced it not that long ago, and there were a lot of mixed thoughts on it. They were announcing it kind of late. They were running their own event. Okay, fine, but it was like $99 to go, and it was kind of like, well, is this just a marketing thing? Like, why are we paying $99 or whatever? But
right.
I heard a lot of positive stuff now that it's over. I know a lot of people who went. A lot of people that I know went to it, and I know Mariel had a booth there with other Skullgirls people, and they all had good stuff to say about it. They said it felt like early days of PAX. It wasn't that big.
Wow.
It wasn't that big, and as much as the price tag was a little bit whatever, it was only people there who really gave a shit and had their shit together.
That's cool.
It wasn't, you know what I mean? It kind of weeded out. It wasn't like E3 where a lot of like weirdos can kind of just get in.
Looking for free shit?
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't really that, from what I understand.
Fucking freak show.
Yeah,
but anyway.
You weird motherfuckers that come out to E3.
That cosplay.
You bullshit bastards.
But they did a keynote on the first day, and it was. Have you heard about everything they announced?
No, I haven't heard a single thing.
So
you told me.
So
about
this is
some
great.
of this.
So I can't wait for you to tell you this. So it was one of the best keynotes ever that any company has done, for the reason that it delivered on a lot of great stuff for their company, and then had one of the funniest moments ever, unintentionally. They come out and they brought the thunder. They come out. All right, here's Ono from Capcom. All right, he comes out. All right, Street Fighter V, PS4 exclusive, and that's for good. All right, thank you. Bye.
That is a crazy announcement, by the way.
Yeah.
So that's insane.
A big fucking deal.
Okay, so he goes, all right, and then after that, hey guys, Resident Evil Revelations 2 and like 80,000 other games are coming to Vita. You thought we weren't talking about Vita? We got a bunch of stuff coming out for Vita. All right, thank you.
Which
and then
that's cool.
Next guy comes out. Hey, you guys are always saying how Yakuza games don't come out in the U.S. anymore. Guess what? Yakuza 5 next year.
Boom.
Goodbye.
Damn.
All right. I mean, they were just doing thing after thing after thing. Okay, a billion announcement. They showed like 15 minutes of Uncharted 4 or something like that. Announced a new.
a chart already.
They didn't say anything about it, but there's a new God of War on the way. All kinds of shit. All right, so they show all this. Then Square comes out.
Yeah, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
Ready to be disappointed?
your PS4 is about to get what you've been waiting for.
Shit.
Baby, your favorite game from years ago.
What?
And all of a sudden on the screens, the Final Fantasy VII logo comes up.
Oh, yeah.
And the crowd goes nuts. Oh, they're gonna fucking remake it, the FF7 remake. Oh my god. And then it's, all right, yeah, so we're porting it to PS4. Well, we didn't remake it. It's just, there's a few bucks. You could play it on PS4.
What?
It's just the PS1. I mean, it's just the.
I made the point. Anybody who wants to play that game probably already has a PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Or 3.
With that disc loaded into it.
Yeah.
And then Rocco made the better point.
On
been available for-
PS3 for $5, you
Or
can
Vita.
download it, and it plays on your PSP or Vita.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Or
you
your
can
PS3.
play this on anything right now. Oh, and PC
But not
too.
PS4.
Yeah.
But not PS4 until today. No, but anyway,
right.
Cool
you've
announcement.
the crowd was, wow. It was so funny. They were cutting to crowd reactions, and it was just people going. It was so great. It was so funny. Especially if they had opened with that, whatever.
Yeah,
But it came at the end of all these big.
That was the
things.
last thing. That was like the...
I don't know if it was the last thing, but it was towards the end of a 2-hour thing.
What?
Okay.
So anyway,
That
yeah.
was our grand finale.
That was really,
Well, I
really
can
funny.
finally play it now.
You know,
Finally.
when the Final Fantasy VII remake thing,
You're gonna love those graphics. Those PlayStation 4 graphics.
they look better than ever. When the Final Fantasy VII remake thing gets brought up, there's always people who are like, you know, they should focus on making new games and not going back and remaking old ones. And that's true. I mean, we shouldn't stop making new games to rehash whatever. I completely agree with that. But Final Fantasy VII is this classic game. It's the last good game this company really ever made. I mean, one of the last. And it doesn't look good on anything. It is an eyesore. So I don't. I think it's smart that they remake.
You know,
I just think it's okay.
If they remade Ocarina of Time, for like these new the new Zelda graphics that we just saw, I'd be fucking stoked on that. Like,
it's okay.
that game isn't.
Speaking of being fucking stoked, that new Zelda that we just saw,
Hell yeah.
I'm fucking stoked.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that for a
Yeah.
second?
Open
Yeah.
world.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I saw that and I'm excited, but that to me was like, oh, they made a game just for Derek, is what I thought.
Well, thank you. Nobody else play it until
Just
I
for
get
him.
it.
Yeah, let him know.
Send
But
me
no,
a-
it's just like a gigantic world.
That's awesome.
That you love that kind of
I
stuff.
saw it, actually. It's funny because I just watched the trailer before we did the podcast, and it reminded me of Skyrim to the point where I just like kind of shouted out like, whoa, this is Skyrim, in an excited manner. And then we kind of reminisced about when Skyrim actually came out.
Yeah.
Rocco reminded me that the most recent Zelda game was released that same week, if not that same day. Skyward
I thought
Sword.
it was the same day.
It might have been the same
yeah.
day. And got totally demolished because nobody gave a shit because everybody was playing Skyrim.
Yeah.
And I even remember at the time saying like, hey, I know they released a new Zelda, but I'm not playing it because I'm playing Skyrim and that's the new Zelda. And I think that I probably wasn't alone and Nintendo
No, yeah. What I was saying before,
Nintendo picked up on that.
Yeah, Nintendo got culture shock, I think, that day because when that it's not even that there was a new Zelda and it was really, really good, but Skyrim, you know, it was that Skyrim was this big and the Zelda game that came out, you went to the same 3 areas.
That game was
It
brutal.
wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't like Ocarina of Time came out the same day. It was Skyward Sword, you're going to go here, here, and here.
I did everything
Again and
you
again
could
and again.
possibly do in that game.
Yeah.
And I just don't even know why I did it. I didn't like it.
But I think the disparity and the feeling of culture at that time kicked Nintendo's ass. I definitely think that. And I mean, what game lends itself more to exploration more than Zelda? I mean,
yeah.
So I'm glad, like you were saying a minute ago, competition is great because you know it forced this to happen. They couldn't just rest on their laurels with this. You know, this new Zelda. I mean, they show the map on the screen, and let me just say that's why that's one thing I love about the Wii U. I mean, you know, we could talk about, you know, the PS4 and the Xbox One all we want, but the Wii U having that screen on the controller sometimes doesn't matter. But man, with Zelda and they're exploring and they have the map right there, and they're setting waypoints they're setting waypoints to where they want to go, and they zoom out on it, and it just that was really that's going to be a great experience.
I really liked the Wii U for a lot of reasons. And it doesn't get put in the same category as the Xbox One or PS4.
No.
But I've used it for so many different things. It's so nice to have Beckett playing Mario Kart on the gamepad while I'm watching football on TV. It's so nice just to like that. It's a little thing that like it just changes everything for me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You're getting like a different use out of it than any of us because we don't have, you know,
right. But it's just really cool. Or even like
a family that would be doing
other
multiple
way around.
things
They're
at
watching
once.
some show that I don't give a shit about, but now I can play something on the
You
gamepad.
got Pornhub loaded up on the.
Yeah, there you go.
You could.
You
I
could
could.
have that.
But
he doesn't.
But I use it for that reason all the time. Like when I was unlocking stuff on Smash Brothers, there's stuff you have to play 100 matches for. So I watched a movie. I was watching Lord of the Rings and playing that. You know.
Really?
So,
I've never thought to do that.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
When I was working on Time Is Running Out at the office, I couldn't leave the desk except sometimes I'd have to render stuff, and so I just hooked up. A lot of people forget you could do this too. You can plug the Wii U just into a wall. You don't need a TV.
Yeah.
Plug it into a wall and play it on the controller.
Yeah.
I played half of Bayonetta 2 just doing that.
Yeah.
And you can
and it's just like a portable.
You can even just pull out if you don't want to use, you know, if you have the dock, you can use a controller and play the game on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like I've seen.
Yeah, that's happened. I don't know if every game can do that, but
I know
some
a few
that
of them can.
Yeah,
that's
like
cool.
I think Mario Kart definitely can.
Huh.
Where you use the Pro controller and you can just use it basically as a screen.
Check out Nintendo, Nintendo.com.
We were playing Smash Brothers over at your house this weekend.
Played some more Smash Brothers.
Kevin, did you have fun smashing?
Yeah.
It was good.
Today I unlocked, I'm trying to get all the stages now. I had all the characters, but I'm trying to get all the stages, and I unlocked Pac-Land.
Whoa.
Ooh.
And it is the most cracked out stage. I don't know really about, I guess Pac-Man had a platform game on
Super Nintendo.
But it's even older graphics than that though. I know he did on Super Nintendo, you're right. Because
I played the shit out of that game.
But I don't know what it's from. It almost looks like an Atari game where it's like you're going through a town and there's fairies around you and stuff. I mean, it made no sense. Anyway.
Check it out.
They wear boots. You gotta believe me. That's joke.
Get around.
Dude, I can't believe they showed more stuff for Last Guardian too. Like that game looks sick.
Yeah.
What?
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Oh, that's right, they didn't.
That's coming out. I'm telling you.
It's coming out, right?
E3 is going to make the big announcement.
I'm keeping them crossed.
I said it, and I'll stand by it. By Christmas, you'll be playing.
I hear they're going to announce it at TGS.
Yeah, well.
The girly show.
Well, it could be. I think they're going to do a special TGS before Christmas.
Pre-Christmas show.
Did you see Garrett? So at the video game awards happened on that Friday, and a lot of people asked if we were going to be in it. We were asked to do something for it, but it didn't. I think it was just a matter of like time, or they didn't have time, or something like that. But it just kind of didn't. We came up with a couple ideas, but then it just stopped. But anyway, I thought they turned out fine. I mean. I thought the video game awards were good. Jeff Keighley did it. It was all, I was saying to them earlier, you can't win with award shows. I mean, there's how often do you see an award show happen in the next day?
It's flawless.
And the next day, everyone goes, man, that was such a great award show. Like, it just doesn't.
No.
But I thought it was great. I mean, it was all exclusives and stuff. But like when they did that before on Spike TV, it was like bad celebrities and exclusives, and everyone was like, "Well, I like the exclusives, but not."
We don't need 50 Cent.
Yeah, exactly.
Off a
so this show was just that, and then it got accused of, "Oh, it's just all marketing." It's like you can't win. But
that's what I want, the info.
Yeah, but right? I thought it was fine for what it was. If that's what you were looking to watch, I thought it was fine.
I love Jeff.
I like Jeff a lot.
Good job, Jeff.
But anyway, they showed new footage for Metal
Gear Online.
Yeah, did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I've got to check that out.
So it looks like it's basically a lot of people expected in Metal Gear Solid 4, it was like a kind of versus kind of like fighting or battling against each other kind of thing. It looks like this one it's co-op. Like it's co-op just through all the stuff, which is I would rather play that personally.
Sort of like what they did for Peace Walker?
I think. I mean, I was a little unclear, but it seems like it's just there's a big co-op aspect of this game.
Well, that whole thing with other people having a mother base and their other version of Solid Snake was on. Do you remember that trailer where Snake infiltrated someone's mother base and then was stealing shit and then was confronted by another Solid Snake?
Oh yeah.
So maybe that's the MGO kind of aspect, co-op. Yeah. People from different bases can
I'm always kind of weary when a video game franchise that's so long established as a single-player game suddenly comes out with a new one that's co-op. Because I feel like the two things that come to my mind, at least, are Resident Evil 5 and the new Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
And I feel like in both those cases, I was just like, I would rather play this by myself.
Yeah.
Having the other person just made me get frustrated and die, and it was just like... Yeah, I feel like sometimes you get held back by the limitations of the person you're playing with.
Yeah, this though, I think it'll be. It's a separate thing, and they did that with Metal Gear Solid 4. Even had a multiplayer.
Previous
thing,
to that,
it's
wasn't
all separate.
Portable Ops was one of the first Metal Gear Online projects.
Yeah,
there was a couple. There's been a couple that I played, but never more than just trying them out.
I beat The Last of Us again on PS4, the PS4 version. And I always forget that has a multiplayer thing. It's like
The Last of Us multiplayer.
I've never even tried it.
I did a couple weeks. I got hooked, and I did it like 3 or 4 weeks in a row on the Poorly Played stream, like sometime last year. But that blew me away. I didn't know so much went into it. It's a lot of sneaking.
I hadn't tried it at all.
It adds a whole cool stealth element to.
So then, is it like? Do you find yourself getting fucked up? Like you'll be sneaking well, and the person you're cooperating with like gets caught?
Yeah. I mean, they die a lot. Yeah. People die, but I mean, I would die a lot too. I mean, it's still kind of an arcadey multiplayer game, but you're not just running and gunning. You got like 3 shots anyway.
Yeah,
you have really limited ammo, and you want
because that's what I feel like. That my concern would be with Metal Gear is like, the stealth element is so important to that game. I don't want to be with somebody who can't do the stealth.
Yeah, well, I know that. Well, that's definitely why they're keeping it separate.
Some of the game modes in the previous Metal Gear Online franchise stuff was like, one person would be Snake in disguise and have to sneak around the base with all the other soldiers on patrol and try to blend in. But then it would be the
and then another
entire
person's running
group,
and gunning.
Well, the entire group would be trying to figure out who the spy, who Solid Snake is.
Oh, that's cool.
So it would add kind of like stealthy multiplayer elements.
That's fun. All right, well. I'm sold.
We'll see. I don't know. I haven't seen this new trailer or any of this new footage.
Hey, you said that. I'm sold.
That's what the old shit used to do. Let's see what they come up with. Kojima, what are we doing?
It was classic Kojima sense of humor. The whole trailer was ultra serious, and it showed them doing all these ops. They were trying to infiltrate somebody else's base, and there were Fulton like turret guns. So they set a soldier in, and he walks in, and then all of a sudden, boom, he gets shot by it, and then wait, no, and he gets sent up into the sky. But Snake tried to save him, so he like shoots down the parachute, and he falls. You know, it was pretty cool. But in classic Kojima, it was all really serious, and then at the end, it said Metal Gear Online, the Phantom Pain coming soon, or whatever. And then when it was over, it had Snake is standing there, and then grabs what's his name, Ocelot.
Yeah.
Like strangling him, and then and it takes a picture, and then it zooms out, and it's like a picture of him. It's like a selfie of him, and then a picture of him with like the little dog.
Oh yeah.
No reason.
They love that dog. They're showing that dog all around.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that.